And good morning. How's everybody doing today? So my name is Lance. I'm the North Dakota Carnivore, and this is a morning meeting to help anybody that's having issues basically doing any type of diet that they're on. I have no specific diet that I can help with, like unique community. That's what this is for. It just helps to have somebody to talk to and have somebody to bounce ideas off of or get a different look at what you're doing. So today's going to be a bit of a shorter meeting. I do have to take off and head out of town for something right after this here. So it's probably going to be about a half an hour for this morning. But I am very happy to see that yesterday afternoon I was able to regain control of my X account. I lost that on Tuesday. Somebody ended up being able to change the email address, and I lost my account and control of it, so I wasn't able to even do anything with it for a while. But I got control of my X account again yesterday, so I am actually streaming on X again this morning, which is really nice to be able to do again. I forgot how much I missed my X account, or how much I used it actually, until I couldn't go on it anymore, which sucked. This is one of those wonderful things where I've discovered a tool to use to basically do different types of videos or presentations and stuff like that. And I did a video yesterday that basically used that tool to do the whole video. It took a PowerPoint. Now, actually, I wasn't PowerPoint. It took a presentation that I had done and made it into a video. So there. And some people just get put in timeout really quick and don't deserve to be even talked to. And see, good morning, Lena. How are you today? Are you just video hopping? Are you doing a ketogenic style or carnivore style diet? And where are you listening from or watching from? It's always interesting to find out where people are coming from. Some people come from all kinds of different places. But the video I put out yesterday afternoon it's a slide deck that I had created, and then I had AI do a video presentation of it. And actually, I thought it turned out pretty good for what it was. There's a couple of things in there that I would have changed, but I thought it was actually pretty damn good. I've got another one I was working on yesterday and into this morning so far before this year, and I think it's about ready to for me to put it on and go through, do the final editing I want to do on it, and then see if the AI will put it all right. I was just wondering if anybody watched that yesterday or today and what they thought of it. I actually asked my wife what she thought of it, and she kind of liked it. The one I'm looking at right now, my wife actually, the one I'm working on right now is about type 2 diabetes and hyperinsulinemia and the effects that it has on your health. Morning, Jeff. How you doing today? Nice to see you here. But the type 2 diabetes has, and hyperinsulinemia affects your body so much. And it's one of the things that the slideshow that I was doing on actually touches on is how much blood glucose you're supposed to have in your body at any given time. It's like 5 grams or the teaspoon of glucose. Now think of the last 50 plus years of the guidelines that they've been putting out. What amount of glucose are people putting into their bodies by following the dietary guidelines that were out before? Eating how many servings of grains, how many servings of vegetables and fruits, and then cutting out all the fat and all the meat, which is the exact opposite of what should have been done. People today, if you follow those guidelines, are eating anywhere between 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates, which all turns into sugars. What is that doing to people? I know for me, that turned me into a really big guy, I tell you. There's so much that happens when you eat that much garbage. I didn't put any of my slides in here that I normally have in here this morning, but it doesn't take me long to put stuff in here, like this picture right here. The picture on the left there, that's what I look like a year and a half ago. That's how big I was. The picture on the right, that was after 1 year, and not even almost a full year of the carnivore diet. That's what I look like. It's a huge difference. And what do? I removed the excess carbohydrates. That's all I did. And got out of the hyperinsulinemia and got my insulin brought back down to where it should be. And I did it by eating meat, being happy. Hey, Uncle Willie, good morning. Doing housework this morning? Oh, you did? You listened to the video while you're doing housework and it was good? Thanks. I appreciate the feedback. I just a little bit nervous about doing it like that because I don't know. I see some of these that AI do and it's just weird. But I think most of those are a different version of it. This one here is actually pretty good. And I've seen it used in a class I'm taking, and it's actually pretty informative. And you have to give it the specific information that you want it to use, and it does a pretty good one. The one for diabetes, I'm hoping, or insulin resistance diabetes, I'm hoping that one comes out as good as well, because it touches on a lot of the information that I have such a hard time expressing myself, but it's actually really, really good stuff. What my why is? My why is my wife and my children and my 7 grandchildren. I want to be healthy and I want to be here for them. And on top of that, I was so unhealthy when I was 347 pounds. I mean, look at the size of that belly. I have a tape measure I use for measuring body. It's one of those cloth tapes. Goes to 60 inches. I couldn't get that around that belly. That belly was so big. It was bigger than 60 inches round in that picture. I couldn't get it around there. And it's actually amazing that I was able to do that. It was just over 30 days of eating a 0 carb diet before I was able to get that tape measure around my belly, and then it was at 58 inches. My inflammation started coming down quickly. That's a lot of what was going on. But my why is I want to be here for my family, for my wife, for my kids, for my grandkids. I don't want to leave them, not yet. And I want to have a quality life. I missed so much in the last 4 years when I was that big. I, I didn't want to go places. I didn't want to do stuff. When my family went to the to the fair and stuff, I didn't go with because I couldn't walk. I couldn't deal with the pain that I was in when I was doing that. This is what my wife would get me when I was doing that. She would get the scooter because I couldn't walk for more than 20 minutes. Couldn't walk for more than half an hour. And that's, to me, that the quality of life doing this here is not there. I just, it was painful for me to be like that. Really, AI is a tool. It is. It's a tool to use, and you have to watch it, and you have to be specific about what you want, because it won't always get what you think it should. Yeah. So, it's just for this one with the insulin and diabetes that I'm working on. I've probably spent more time getting this ready than I ever spent on any one video, just because the AI wasn't getting the information that I wanted and having to redo it over and over and over again. Good morning, John. How are you today? It is nice to see you here. So, just talking this morning, John, a little bit about AI. I put a video out yesterday. It was done with AI, and the actual video was from a slide deck that was done. And I was actually kind of impressed on how it was. I thought it came out pretty good. I asked my wife yesterday if she liked it better with or without me in it. So she didn't give me an answer, so I'm thinking she liked it better without me in it. My way is not to be a burden on my family. You're 67. Your father passed away with dementia. Yeah, that's where it gets rough, Jeff. When dementia, type 3 diabetes, and you can actually help to reverse or slow that down by going to a low carb diet. It's amazing what happens when you do that. Yeah, you watch those AI ones, are pretty sweet. Yeah. You're going to watch it later, Jeff? I appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think on it. I do like the way it comes out. It's a little bit different. I was thinking about doing with one I'm working on with the diabetes, I was thinking about doing it together, where I can show the slide and then be on screen with it and pause it. I'll react to it. I was thinking about trying one of those just to see how it does. You just finished up a new music video on your page? I'm gonna have to go check that out. Hey, you don't talk much about your page, John. And since I found it now, I do have that in the link in my description. I have your page as one of those that is helping to influence me and to help others who might want to take a look at it. But John is Carnivore Teacher Alpha on YouTube. He has some great content, and I've gone back and I've looked at a lot of his videos. And what I really like about John's videos is they're short. I prefer the shorter, less than 10-minute videos if I can find them, because a lot of times they give you a lot more information, and then they're easier to digest. You've been low carb since March of 2023. That's actually really good. It's the longer you've been low carb, the better your body is on that. And I turned 59 last week. And for 57 and a half years, my body was, I didn't treat my body right. And it makes a huge difference. I actually use the Notebook LM from Google. I've found you have to be very specific to get what you want them to put into there, because when they do their search and stuff, they go through the internet. AI can search the internet way faster than anybody can. But going through that, they do a pretty good job. You like watching that guy, John? Yeah. Oh. Do I have issues with loose skin after the weight loss? Some. I mean, I still have, that, like Larry calls Mr. Chin. It's not as bad as it used to be, and it's getting better. Around my belly, I do to a point. A lot of my issues were with the visceral fat, not the adipose fat. So it was inside of my muscles. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not. But my skin, even when I was doing the insanity videos back in the early 2000s, my skin didn't have issues with being loose. And it's just the way I was built. I didn't have that. Well, let's go back to this picture. My belly went straight out. It didn't flop and come down. So I think that makes, for me, my body type, I did not have that type of body where it had that issue. I know people who have lost weight and they weren't that big to begin with, but their belly like sank over their belt, and mine didn't really do that. So, yeah, go figure. I've been drinking my water, my element. My nose is starting to run now, and it does it whenever I start talking. I can sit in here for an hour and a half and not do it. And as soon as I start talking, my nose starts to do that again. And the box of Kleenex I had sitting down here, my wife has been sick. She had influenza A. She was tested positive for that earlier this week. So she's used all of our tissues, and I had to bring my box out to her yesterday afternoon. So I don't have it in here right now. Well, forgive me. But no, my loose skin, it's just this right here, it's like I can pull it out. It is a little bit loose and not like I kind of want it, but for my arms and stuff, I have that little sag underneath my arms, and it's not that bad around my belly and my legs. I don't have where it's going to be like what. If you watch Laura Spath and Chris Spath, they both had, I think they both had surgery to remove their excess skin because they had so much excess skin. I don't have that type of an issue. I think mine will help to resolve itself once I decide I want to start walking more and doing a little more exercise. I just haven't done a whole lot of that. And I know every time, like I'm fasting right now. I'm doing the rolling fast, 48 to 72 hours. And I'm currently in the 60-hour fast phase of the way I'm doing it. I know when I get into my autophagy, my excess skin seems to go down just a little bit more with each of my longer fasts. Not much, and after doing 2 or 3 of them, that's when I notice it. Doing one of them, I don't. But I do enjoy fasting. It's so simple to do, and the way I'm doing this rolling fast, it really made it simple for me to do. Hitting these different markers to do resets and stuff, your body just feels it. But the way I've done this fasting is I started out doing 48-hour fast and then doing a refeed for 4 hours and going right back into another 48-hour fast and then refeed, then a 60-hour fast, 12-hour refeed. And that's where I'm at now. Is I'm currently on my 60-hour fast. After mid-month, I'm gonna go to a 72-hour from a 60, and then I'll just be doing an OMAD refeed on those. So hopefully it works out. I haven't had any issues with the refeed or with hunger issues at all on this. Your highest weight was 195, and you're 165 to 179. That's, if I can get to 195, I'll be happy. My highest weight was 347 pounds that I saw on a scale, and I know I had probably lost weight at that point, but I was really big, and it's kind of scary when it gets to that point in your life when you are that big. Eating pork rinds with collagen helps lose skin, and then skin is eaten up by autophagy. That is correct, and that's one of the reasons why I do like fasting. Is I do believe that has helped me tremendously. Not just the intermittent fasting, like eating OMAD, but the extended fast. The 4 or 5 day fast. I haven't gone past a 5-day fast yet. 144 hours is my longest fast. And December was actually the first month in about 9 months that I didn't do an extended fast. I did alternate day fasting in December, and then went off diet just a little bit for a couple of days right at Christmas time, and that wasn't good for me. You need to incorporate some fasting. Rolling fasts are tough for you. Have you ever done an alternate day fasting where you fast for 24 to 36 hours? For me, I actually really had good success the first time I did ADF, and I was going 36 hours in between eating. So I would break my fast in the morning, have an evening meal, skip a full day of eating, and then the morning after start eating again. So it ended up being 36 hours in between meals. And the first time I did, I think I lost 15 pounds that month doing it that way. And doing the rolling 48 to 72-hour fast, instead of eating in the morning, I just ate in the afternoon again. That was really simple. It was just like ADF, just 12 hours later for me to eat, and I did really good on that. I see John, he started at 367 pounds. He's down at 190, 12 years keto, 9 months carnivore, reversed diabetes, fatty liver, heart disease after a 5X bypass. No glasses needed anymore, mental clarity improving every day. And these glasses are just reading glasses. They're not my regular prescription glasses because I can actually read the screens right now. They're just a little fuzzy, where before I couldn't read the screen. This is a 1.25 power for the glasses, where my prescription glasses are over a 2. And these are really, it makes it really clear on here, but I can read these here. Like Jeff, he did a video with Cindy Damachi in 2024. If you want to see it, what it looked like. Okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to look that up. Now I know why Larry does this here with his phone. I want to get that on there. I'm gonna have to look at this here to see Jeff. You did that with Larry for a couple of weeks. Oh, the ADF, yeah. ADF is such a good way to go. I really do enjoy that. And this 48, if you can do it for 48 hours, it helps hit the higher ketone levels. So I know, like, a 24-hour fast for me, my ketones will generally get just above 1, like 1.1, 1.2. And then the next morning at 36 hours, they're 0.9. by the afternoon, I hit the twos again at 48 hours, which I can feel the difference between my ketones being at a 1 or my ketones being at a 2, which is really amazing. Oh, Cindy was in Dustin's chat this morning. I was in there for a little bit, probably just about 40 minutes of his chat before I ended up having to go and take care of some stuff. I like watching Dustin's stuff. My wife had me make her breakfast this morning, which I absolutely love doing. Where's this at? Do I have it in there? Oh, yeah. I'm going to grab a picture here. Because pictures. I want to click on this one. Well, Cindy, Uncle Willie, ADF is harder than extended fasting for some. Yeah, for some reason, yeah. Maybe it's because it's a shorter window and your anticipation of the refeed. I know I have issues with that too. It's like when I'm doing my extended fast, if I'm planning to do a 5-day fast, that last 12 hours of my fast are the hardest part of it because I'm anticipating what I'm going to eat and when I get it when I'm done. And that's where I have issues. The beginning part of it, I don't have problems with. The first 24 hours for any fast always seem to be the hardest for me. But once I get past that, I don't have issues with it. And just getting to that point where I know I'm going to be breaking my fast, it's the anticipation that causes me issues. So maybe plan for a 72-hour fast, but break it at 48. See if you can do it that way. Just plan it. You lost 5 pounds doing ADF. Yeah, ADF does work for some, and doing the 48-hour fast as just an extended ADF actually was really good for me. The first couple of fasts I did it with this month already. That's originally how you started doing 20-day fast. You started off with 36-hour and felt so good and just kept going. Then I was doing 20-day fast every month. Wow, that's a long fast. 20 days. I know Larry talked about doing his 21-day fast and how it helped his tinnitus. Just stopping coffee for like 5 weeks, I stopped coffee. My tinnitus has gone down about 95%. When I first gave up coffee and I gave up alcohol at the same time, my tinnitus went away, and I don't know at what point, but I know when I did my interview with Dave Mack in December, it was pretty much completely gone at that time. And I felt absolutely amazing. When I brought coffee back in the summertime, it was that time when we were going to be doing some traveling. We had to go to California. Stressful time. I started drinking coffee again, and my tinnitus came back. And I didn't associate it with the coffee when I first did it. I don't know why. I should have. But that made a big difference for me. So Larry was talking about the coffee and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to give up coffee again and see what that does. If I have coffee a couple days a week, it doesn't seem to bother me. So hopefully I can still drink it a couple days a week and not have an issue. Sometimes I drink it while I'm fasting. Sometimes I don't. I don't feel the coffee makes that much of a difference when you're fasting and I know Jason Fung doesn't have an issue with coffee or tea while you're fasting, but it works for me. And but like I said, today's going to be a quicker, shorter video. Be happy. I'm going to be heading out of town. Actually, my wife and I are going to Costco, and for us, that's a 2-hour drive there and 2-hour drive back. So we're going to see, pick up some meats there, and hopefully they have the one thing that she really liked from Costco. My wife she'll tell you she's not carnivore, she's more ketovore. She really likes the rotisserie chicken that they sell at Costco. It's like chicken tenderloins that's not breaded. So it makes a huge difference for her blood sugars. And she loads that up with butter when she cooks it, so she gets plenty of fat with it. And she does really good on it. You don't think longer than 72 would be healthy for you because you're close to your goal weight? Yeah, and some people who are getting closer, they don't have the excess fat that they can burn for stuff. So you do have to watch what your body fat percentage is. And do the research and look at how long you can or should fast when you're close to a goal weight like that. I still have a long way to go. I still have at least 25 pounds I want to shed to get down to where I need to be. You snuck French fries from McDonald's that your wife was eating. You've had tinnitus ever since. Won't be doing that again. Don't ever follow Kiltz. I'm kidding. Well, were they cooked in tallow or were they cooked in seed oil? Now, I haven't had seed oils since I started my carnivore diet. So August of 2024 we got rid of our seed oils, and I've been cooking with ghee, tallow, or bacon fat. I love anything cooked in bacon fat because it's one of the most delicious things. You're into week 3 without coffee, Uncle Willie? I've never fasted without coffee before. I'm going to try it. Yeah, for me, I like the coffee, especially now, because it's cold out and it helps keep me warm. It's one of the disadvantages I had when I went to the carnivore diet is my tolerance for cold has gone away. This is what I made my wife for breakfast this morning, by the way. There's 3 sausage patties here. She had 3 over easy eggs and a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then you see that orangish tint to it. That's the pluck seasoning on there, the spicy mild pluck. That has a very unique blend. It's an organ blend for seasoning, and it's actually really good. My wife, as long as I don't remind her that it's organ meat, is the primary, and that she's fine with it because it doesn't taste like liver, doesn't taste like pancreas, heart, or spleen, but that's what it has in there, and it's actually really, really delicious. But that's what I was doing. I ended up having to jump out of Dustin's Keto Simples live stream because she wanted me to make breakfast because, food always tastes better when somebody else makes it for you. And now my wife will, she'll tell you she's not carnivore, she's ketovore. So when she eats stuff like cottage cheese, now she's putting that pluck on it because it actually tastes a lot better. And she does pretty good with it. Helps her with her diabetes, and it actually helps her to eat more healthy foods instead of wanting plants and stuff like that, which is perfect for us. But well, we got like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes before Larry comes on for his live stream, and I've got a 2-hour drive ahead of me. I am going to end this now. And hey, look at that. If you look on YouTube, it says we have 2 watching now, but there's also 2 on X, which I'm glad to have back. Again, my X account, I did have it hacked this week. I lost control of it, but I got it back yesterday afternoon. And I'm streaming on X, Rumble, and YouTube right now. And everybody, you all have a great day. Yeah, thanks, John. Have a great day. Check out John's videos. He has a great channel. Links are in my description of the video for this. Towards the bottom, you can see those who have influenced me and who I've looked to for this way of eating and have learned so much from. Community is a great thing to have. And for those who are new, find a community that helps you and continue on. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. And I should have another one out here, another video out here shortly. Yeah, have a great day. Head over to Larry's. We'll see you, Uncle Willie. And we'll see you on Larry's live stream, Jeff. I'll probably be driving, listening to it while heading out of town. Y'all have a great day.